Alright folks, it's now time for my review of Super Mario Maker 1 and 2, but before I get started, I forgot to mention this in the intro, and I do apologize, because I was going to mention this in the intro. Because Super Mario Maker influenced another game, and that of course is Mega Man Maker, which was originally titled Mega Maker back in the day. And of course there's one person that does Mega Man Maker Mondays, and I'm going to give him a shout out, and that of course is Aqualung Game Reviews, because I actually did a voiceover for a game that he reviewed for his channel, and I'm going to have a link down below in the description box of the channel and the review that I was a part of. And I hope he's watching, because I want to tell him that someday I'd like to do his levels. That is right, I'd like to do his levels, and if he has any levels that he wants me to do, all he has to do is comment down below. And of course, if you're watching Aqualung, if there are levels that you want me to try for Mega Man Maker, please let me know. Okay, and I hope you are watching, because of course Mega Man Maker was influenced by Super Mario Maker. So now that I'm done with that, it's now time for, oh wait a minute, before I get to it, I do want to mention that I didn't do the 3DS release, and that's because I don't have a 3DS. There is a 3DS release of Super Mario Maker as well. Here is the picture of it, and of course I didn't do that one. That's the only Super Mario Maker game that I didn't do. Maybe in the near future. So now on with the review. So I'm going to start with the first game that of course started it all, of course Super Mario Maker. And I will say that the first time that I played this, I had a fun time with it. And even though it was quite different, it starts you off with a tutorial of what you can do with one course that you start out with, and it tells you what to do. You first play it, and then it'll tell you you can do this to help you out. It says, oh, you're not close to the flag, so why don't you make it easier for you to get to that flag? And it tells you how to basically play the game right away. So that's a pretty good thing with this particular game. And of course, it's a really fun time, and this is a blessing for people that always wanted to make their own courses. This was the very first time a Super Mario game allowed you to make courses, to make your own levels, and it was pretty awesome. Now another plus, of course, up until 2021 was, of course, you could upload your own tracks that you save. Of course, another thing is that you can save your own tracks and play them, and that is another feature that's pretty cool. Now of course you have to unlock certain elements in order to get them. You start off with Super Mario Brothers, and I think New Super Mario Brothers U, but you of course can get Super Mario World and Super Mario Brothers 3, and also different settings and whatever not. And you have to unlock all of those, but it's pretty easy, because all you have to do is really do this, and in no time you'll be able to unlock certain things, and you get to unlock certain objects that you want to use for your tracks, and it's pretty cool, I will say that. So those are the pros. Oh, one thing that I really liked, I will say, is doing courses on the Wii U gamepad. I found it to be pretty comfortable. I could use the stylus, which is pretty awesome, and I could use this to essentially do my courses, which is pretty cool. And that's another feature that I really liked. Now I want to tell you, and this is a con too, because the thing about it, I'm going to go tell you the cons first off. One thing, Nintendo removed the upload feature for uploading courses for Super Mario Maker for the Wii U, which is a disappointing end to uploading courses to Super Mario Maker for the Wii U. And I really wish Nintendo didn't do that. Now, another con, of course, with this is with the back. And of course, it says you can use nunchucks. Unfortunately, you can't use the nunchucks with this game. That is right, there's an error on this box. Even though it says that you can use nunchucks, you can't use nunchucks. The rest of the controls that you can use are fine. Really, what they should have done is remove the nunchuck part and just kept the Wiimote right there. And it says only one player, but that's another con, by the way, is that you can only play one player with this. That's another con, I will say. And another thing, up until they removed the upload feature for this, you could only upload 10 courses, which kind of sucked. But I think you can unlock the potential of uploading more courses. But those are just some of the cons that I found with this. And besides that, I didn't have a problem. So there you go. Now for Super Mario Maker 2. And I will say that this is practically the same game as Super Mario Maker, but with some improvements. There are some improvements, but there's also some disimprovements, I will say, in a way. Of course, they added a different style, and the style, of course, they added Super Mario 3D World. But I'm going to talk more about Super Mario 3D World when we get to the cons. But it's a playstyle that was added for Super Mario Maker 2. And there were certain things that were improved on that Super Mario Maker did not have. But there are certain things about this that, unfortunately, they missed the mark on. But I will say, having the right to make your own courses, whatever not, both of these have the same feature, of course. You can make your own courses and whatnot and upload them. The only downside with the uploading feature on this is that you have to have Nintendo Switch Online. You have to have Nintendo Switch Online to upload any courses. But I will say this: if you have Nintendo Switch online, you can upload your courses, and you can upload to actually over 100 courses, and that is pretty cool. I said over 100, it's actually 100 courses, but that is pretty cool. And of course, there is a multiplayer with this, which is also pretty cool, which of course the original Super Mario Maker did not have. This has multiplayer, which is pretty cool, and it has online multiplayer, and that's pretty awesome. That's another improvement over the first Super Mario Maker. Another improvement is there are ramps and stuff and whatever not in different terrains that are quite different that you can't get with Super Mario Maker. And of course, by the way, this also has a game mode on here. But of course, the game mode on here is different from the game mode on here. There is a story mode with this, and it's pretty cool, I will say. I didn't play it much though. Another positive is that you can make worlds. You can make worlds with this, which is pretty cool, because there's a world maker on here. And there are other customizations and whatever not that you can do with this, and that is also pretty cool. And there are certain aspects that are on here that are not on here, which is pretty cool. But now I'm going to get By the way, I also like handheld mode. Handheld mode is better on here, on the Switch, of course, for Super Mario Maker 2. And the problem is, this is the first con. TV mode is not that good, but it's not bad. It really isn't. It really isn't. TV mode for Super Mario Maker 2 isn't bad, but of course there are certain things that need to be done that were, of course, sacrificed because you can't do it. That was allowed for the Wii U gamepad, because the thing about it is, TV mode and handheld mode are quite different on the Switch. I find handheld mode to be better for Super Mario Maker 2 than TV mode. But TV mode isn't bad. But of course they had to sacrifice certain things. For one, there of course you have to use the pad here to click on certain things that you want to use for your courses. And of course, in order to put certain things on your courses, you have to have this one particular hand that moves around when you are using the analog stick. And you have to press the X to have that hand on screen. Where the Wii U gamepad, all you had to use was the stylus or touchpad, and it was pretty easy to put in the certain items that you wanted to put. And of course you can do that too in handheld mode for the Switch. For TV mode, however, no. You have to use this hand in order to put in certain platforms or whatever not, or enemies that you want to put for your courses. You have to do it that way. And I had a little bit of a problem with it, because the thing about it is I kept on pressing the D-pad, and it kept putting me to the icons that you usually use to put on your courses. And instead of moving the play field around or the course around, the D-pad was making it harder for me to move the screen around, because guess what? The D-pad is only for the icons on the sides, where the Wii U gamepad, you can use the analog stick and the D-pad to move your course, where you can't do that with the D-pad here, which is unfortunate. Those are only for the icons, and sometimes I forgot to press the X button to have the hand on screen at times. So as a result, that was kind of a problem. And the final problem that I had with Super Mario Maker 2, of course you know that this has Super Mario 3D World. But once I saw the Super Mario 3D World setting, I saw a problem. I was looking. I was putting on different things, doing certain things, and whatever not, putting certain icons on the course, and I saw a problem. Where's the 3D? Where are the 3D courses? Unfortunately, you can't do 3D on here. It's only 2D. You can only do 2D with the Super Mario 3D World setting. And if they would have put 3D tiles or 3D platforms or whatever not, and to allow your character to move in 3D, that would have been awesome, like in Super Mario 64. Where's the 3D, Nintendo? Where's the 3D? That was a problem. That was a problem. Only making Super Mario 3D World in 2D. That was a problem for me. So, there you go. Those are just some of the things, some of the pros and cons. Of course, there were certain things that were changed for Super Mario Maker 2 that were different in Super Mario Maker, and Super Mario Maker 2 did some certain things. Of course, I know for a fact that when it comes to the title screen for Super Mario Maker, you can't play the level that is highlighted, but you can press the letters in order for certain things to be done. Where, of course, Super Mario Maker 2 allowed you to play the course on the title screen. See, there's just certain things that are different between the two. And surprisingly enough, I think even with the problems that I had, if I had to pick a winner, I'd probably give it the slight edge to Super Mario Maker because I found me playing with the Wii U gamepad a lot more satisfying than having to do TV mode with the Switch. But that's just me, and that's basically how I felt. I decided it through gameplay. I really decided it through gameplay rather than what was included on each one of these, because I really feel less is more. But when it came to the feel of each one of these games, each one of these, I found more fun with Super Mario Maker thanks to the Wii U gamepad rather than, of course, the Switch with TV mode. Because the thing about it is, what was pretty cool, you could do handheld or TV mode, whatever you like. But the thing about it is, you had TV mode and handheld mode for the Wii U, no matter what. You didn't have to switch like the Nintendo Switch does between handheld and TV mode to do Super Mario Maker 2. Because Super Mario Maker, of course, allowed for both options. Even though you can't use certain things with TV mode for the Wii U, like the D-pad being, of course, for picking up the icons, and of course, because it really wasn't necessary anyway, because you had like the touchpad as it is, because you can only do your courses through the Wii U gamepad. You can't use like a Wii remote or anything like that. So there you go. And this has been a pretty long review, I will say that. But the thing about it is, both games have their plus and minuses. And I will say this, even though I found Super Mario Maker to be slightly better, it's slightly better. Both games are well worth trying for yourself. If you like to make Super Mario courses, please try them out for yourself. Even if I had a 3DS, I'd probably still try that one. I've tried the 3DS release of Super Mario Maker as well, and I'd probably like that, even though I don't have a Nintendo 3DS. But of course, I'm giving Super Mario Maker and Super Mario Maker 2 a green card. So, there you go. I picked Super Mario Maker as the winner, but I picked it for a couple of reasons. One, you don't need a lot of items or bosses or enemies to make a great course. Even though Super Mario Maker 2 has more bosses, enemies, and more items, it don't really matter to me, because I find less to be more in this occasion. And the second reason is, of course, the convenience of the Wii U gamepad. It was better to make courses with than it was with the Switch, because the only thing I liked about making courses with the Switch is when I was doing it in handheld mode, because I had the touchscreen. Where in TV mode, it's not as great because you have to have this hand in order for you to make your courses, unfortunately. And you have to press the X button every single time you want to have this hand on the course that you're trying to make. So that was another problem for me when it came to Super Mario Maker 2. And of course, the big one was with Super Mario 3D World, where Super Mario 3D World, you can't play it in 3D, which is unfortunate. There are only 2D courses, and that was a big problem with this. Had there been an option to make 3D courses with Super Mario 3D World for this, it would have set this over the top. This would have been the better game. But for that one particular flaw, it's not to me. Those are the reasons why I put Super Mario Maker over Super Mario Maker 2. The convenience of the Wii U gamepad and the fact that it has 2D game styles, and none of the games were originally in 3D in the first place. Where this, of course, has Super Mario 3D World, but unfortunately misses out on the 3D portion. Those are the reasons why I crowned this the winner, because I like the convenience of the Wii U gamepad better. This has 2D courses, and I just find it to be the better game. And of course, it actually has an idea book, of course, and I like the idea book as well. So there you go. But I will say, if you like having more bosses or enemies or items, then Super Mario Maker 2 is your option. But of course, Super Mario Maker is not a bad option either. But if you like more, if you want more bosses, enemies, or items, Super Mario Maker 2 is definitely for you. But no matter what, I gave both green cards, and it don't really matter. So there you go. That's been my review of Super Mario Maker 1 and 2. Super Mario Maker, of course, for the Wii U, and Super Mario Maker 2 for the Switch. I haven't done the 3DS one yet. Someday I will. Alright, folks. I thank you all for watching, and this has been pretty long as it is, but I, of course, had to compare both of them and tell you which one I like the best. And there you go. But I will tell you what I've been doing. I've been making my own courses for Super Mario Maker. Of course, I can't upload them to people. So what I've been doing, I've been copying those particular courses and been putting them on Super Mario Maker 2. So that way, if I upload them in the near future, I have that option. So that's it, everybody. I thank you all for watching, and let me know if you like the Super Mario Maker games, and let me know your courses, what you've done with Super Mario Maker 1 and 2. Tell me your courses. I might do them for walkthroughs and challenges in the near future. So thank you all for watching, and I will catch you next time. Stay safe and stay awesome, and happy gaming.